Hi, thanks for tuning in today, where we are going to be taking a closer look at one of the flutes from my collection. Today we are looking at a Rick Heller flute. This one is in the key of F sharp, happens to be a 6-hole flute. Most of his were a 5-hole flute, and they used to always be available on or through eBay, and I haven't seen them for a while, so they may have needed to stop making flutes for whatever reason, which is kind of a sad thing. They have a very, very nice voice. This one is made from Eastern Red Aromatic Cedar. It has burned lines along the length of the flute. It has some interesting decoration on the block on the side of the flute here, and his flutes were all just a little bit different but very similar. A nice sleek I think it's a beautifully shaped mouthpiece. It's almost like a combination between a regular bullet type mouthpiece and a nipple style mouthpiece, because it tapers down so small. I like that. Traditional style bird with a fairly deep chimney. It runs the full length of the true sound hole. The true sound hole is pretty narrow. This has not sure the size. I'm gonna say it's probably I think it's a 7/8 bore. I will list all of the minutia on dimensions and everything down below this video. There's a description box. That's where all those details are going to be. Dropped nest. As far as I can tell, this is a one-piece board design. Finger holes are all about the same diameter, fairly small, very, very easy to cover. They are chamfered, so they don't have a sharp edge right there at the top. They are not evenly spaced, which is typical, pretty typical of this design, where you're trying to get all of the finger holes to be about the same size. 4 direction holes here at the foot end for the tuning holes. That helps to get the fundamental note dialed in. The breath hole is fairly small. Very comfortable. And here is a sound sample. We'll start with just a dry sound sample with no effects. Great sounding flute. Great playing flute. It has a pretty good range. It can take a fair amount of breath pressure before it breaks if you ease into it. If you hit it hard, it almost wants to break with a hard tonguing. Fairly stable, but I guess it depends on the flute player. It has a little bit of what I'm going to call kind of a little buzziness or a older style sound to it. It isn't crystal clear, but it isn't harsh or unpleasant. That's a good word. Unpleasant. Nice sound. Nice sound. It's a winner. I was pleasantly surprised when I found a 6-hole version. I prefer 6-hole flutes. That's what I started with, that's what I learned on, and that is what I am most comfortable with. So, it does have some markings here kind of down by the foot end. I was very pleased when I was able to find a 6-hole version of his flutes to be able to try them. And if you can find them, I would heartily recommend them. Nice flute. Unfortunately, I haven't seen them lately on eBay, and I don't know other contact information. Whatever I can find, I will put down in the description box below. Now, let's add a little sweetener to the mix with some reverb and delay added. nicely responsive, nicely responsive. It has just a hint of an edge whistle. With very, very light breath. I hope that's coming across. The microphone I'm using is under my shirt right here. It is I don't know how to pronounce it, Comica or Comica Boom XD wireless mic. I will be adding the effects and everything after I put this file into GarageBand, and that's where I will be adding those effects. And that seems to be, I'm feeling, getting the best sound reproduction for flute demos today with everything else that I have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you can find a Rick Heller flute, I really wouldn't hesitate on buying it, judging from the one that I've been able to try. I was curious about them for years. I finally found this and I went ahead and purchased it as a test to see what they were like, and I was very pleasantly surprised. Wonderful flute, beautiful playability, wonderful sound. It isn't quite as clear as my ideal, but I love the sound on this. It isn't what I would call airy. Some people might, but I would call it more of it has a little bit of an old school buzz. That said, hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you for watching, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Click the little bell right down over there so that you can be notified the next time I post a video. Could be taking a closer look at another flute from my collection. Could be taking a first look at some musical item that I first receive. Could be a music video where the Native American style flute does get the spotlight shown on it, being the centerpiece. Could be solo by itself, two flutes, kind of a duet. It could be the flute with many other types of instruments as well. Could be a tutorial on how to play the Native American style flute, one of the easiest melodical instruments in the world to learn how to play in its basic form. It's a 5-note pentatonic minor scale in the case of most modern made flutes today. Anyone with a little bit of breath and finger accuracy, this would be a larger mid-range flute to start on. I would recommend an A for an absolute beginner, but almost anyone can play one of these and have this beautiful sound available to them and make up your own songs. I want to thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.